Anand's time machine, the second attempt. After the disastrous failure of his first time machine, Anand sat quietly in his room, staring at the burnt wires and broken parts scattered all around him. For the first time, he didn't feel like arguing or defending himself. Instead, a new feeling took over: determination. "I won't waste all this," he murmured softly. Carefully, he began sorting through the remains, separating usable wires, circuits, and tools. This time, there was no rush. This time, he wanted to understand. Over the next few days, something changed in Anand. He spent hours reading science books, learning about electricity, circuits, motion, and even the theories of time. He watched countless videos, pausing often to take notes. He was no longer blindly experimenting, he was learning with purpose. Anita noticed the difference. "You're being quiet again," she said one evening, narrowing her eyes suspiciously. Anand smiled faintly. The midnight encounter. One night, long after everyone had gone to sleep, Anand was still awake, working under the dim yellow glow of his study lamp. His eyes were tired, his hands exhausted, but his mind refused to stop. Suddenly, the room filled with an unusual light. At first, Anand thought it was a power fluctuation. But the glow grew stronger, soft, bluish, and unlike anything he had ever seen. He turned toward the window. Floating silently in the night sky was a small, smooth, metallic object unlike any aircraft. It hovered steadily, as if watching him. Anand's heart began to pound. A UFO. The object slowly descended, stopping just outside his window. A gentle beam of light scanned the room. Moments later, two figures appeared, tall and slender, with glowing eyes and calm expressions. They didn't look frightening. If anything, they looked curious. One of them spoke not aloud, but directly into Anand's mind. "We come from Titan, the moon of Saturn." Anand froze, but his fear slowly gave way to fascination. "Why are you here?" he asked. "Your attempt," the alien replied, "was primitive, but interesting." Anand blinked in surprise. "You saw my time machine?" The alien nodded. "You lack knowledge, but not curiosity. That is rare. The gift of knowledge." The aliens stepped forward and projected a glowing structure into the air, a complex, detailed design. It was a blueprint. But unlike anything Anand had ever drawn, this one was precise, layered, and far beyond his imagination. "This is a stable temporal displacement device," the alien explained. Anand stared in awe. This is a real-time machine." "A simplified version," the alien replied calmly. "But why give this to me?" Anand asked. The answer came gently. "Because curiosity must be guided, not stopped." The glowing design condensed into a small, shining chip, which the alien placed in Anand's hand. Before leaving, they delivered one final message. "Knowledge is powerful, but responsibility is greater." Then, just as suddenly as they had appeared, the light faded. The UFO rose silently into the sky and disappeared into the darkness. The new problem. The next morning, Anand sat staring at the blueprint. It was extraordinary. But there was one major problem. The materials required were far beyond simple wires and scrap parts. The design demanded advanced components, precision coils, rare conductors, stable power units. All of it required money. A lot of money. Anand leaned back and sighed. So, what now? A different plan. For the first time, Anand didn't rush into action. Instead, he thought. Carefully. Deeply. "No shortcuts this time," he said firmly. He opened his notebook and began writing. "Earn money honestly, build step by step. Test safely." He looked at his past mistakes and smiled slightly. "This time, I'll do it right." The beginning of change. In the days that followed, Anand surprised everyone. He began repairing small electronic items in the neighborhood: fans, chargers, toys. He helped neighbors fix appliances. He even started selling small handmade gadgets. Anita watched all this with disbelief. "Who are you?" she joked, "and what have you done with my brother?" Anand laughed. "Just upgrading, version 2.0. The real transformation." As weeks passed, Anand slowly gathered both money and materials. But something far more important had changed. He was no longer just playing at being a scientist. He was becoming one. The blueprint remained hidden, carefully protected. He understood now this machine was not just an invention. It was a responsibility. The ending, or a new beginning. One quiet night, Anand stood by the window, looking up at the stars. Somewhere out there, beyond Earth, beyond imagination, were the beings who had believed in him. He smiled and whispered, "I'll build it, but the right way." From behind, Anita's voice broke the silence. "Just don't blow up the house again." Anand grinned. "No promises, but I'll try."